right. Hello, everyone. This is President Ryan Marable checking in with you. It is convention week. So we are so excited to see you down in Atlanta, Georgia for an amazing convention experience. This is the 75th anniversary for the National Pharmaceutical Association. In addition, we will be collaborating with our student affiliates of SNAFA celebrating their 50th anniversary. So we cannot wait to see you in Atlanta. We have amazing events planned so far. We have over 30 continuing pharmacy education speakers who will be delivering over 25 hours of continuing pharmacy education. We have leadership development workshops. We also have outstanding networking receptions and interactive experiences that'll keep you engaged and informed. Without further ado, we actually have a special guest here with us today. We have a past president of the National Pharmaceutical Association, Mr. Willie Earlie. How are you today?
I'm fine, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So I just wanted to try to loop you in really quickly, just to get some of your past context on your experiences within the association, specifically as it relates to the convention experience. If you could share just some of your thoughts on past conventions and what we have in store for us.
Conventions in the past have been very great. We've moved all around the country in the past, and I see that in this day and time, you guys are still moving around the country. Atlanta, when I was active in the organization, we were in Chicago and Atlanta, Philadelphia, Detroit. We moved it around the country where we had established chapters. And as usual, we had a lot of CE, learned a lot, but we also had a good time.
A good time indeed. Can you tell us what really sets our organization's conventions apart, maybe from some other pharmacy conventions that you've been to in the past that were outside of NPhA?
It's specific to minority pharmacists. That's what makes it special. A lot of people have been presidents of different ASHAP, APHA, but they always came back home to NPhA because it was very special to them. They could be themselves in our organization.
Coming back home, that's definitely a great point that you just made there. So if you could just, as a past president and taking on the great responsibility as a past president, could you just tell us a little bit about the importance of understanding that NPhA and SNAFA as being that home base and why it's important as minority pharmacists to be able to give back our skill sets to an organization that has given so much?
Basically because with the other organizations, you can be a part of it, but then you're not necessarily going to have a chance to become an officer. In NPhA and SNPhA, you can come in, hone your skills, and move up to leadership positions where you can establish policy and protocol to move the organization forward in the future.
Absolutely. And being able to develop those future leaders within the profession, I think that's extremely important. And through NPhA and through SNAFA, it does really give that opportunity for relatively quickly, in my scenario, being able to become president, within the first 10 years of practicing within the profession. I think that was something, but it doesn't just happen overnight. There's a lot of pouring within these future leaders. Can you tell us about maybe within your experience within NAFA of mentors or people who helped you and helped shape your early portion of your career and why that was important to you?
Sure. Having been around when Dr. Wendell Hill was around, Mary Munson Runge, Ramona McCarthy, also Irma Hood, who was our very first Black woman president, our first woman president. All of these were mentors to me. I became president when I was just in my early 40s. And I had leadership experience, but never for a national organization. So I was able to piggyback on their experiences as president and their life experiences to be specific in terms of what I wanted to accomplish for the organization. And while I was president, we had there was a newsletter and it had stopped being published, and I was able to bring that back during my time as president. Today, you guys have social media, so it's a lot easier.
I was gonna say, social media really gives us kind of a quick leverage. Like if we need to get information out, it's so easy and it's free as well. We don't we don't have to pay for it. So we're definitely blessed in that aspect. I know, what it could what it takes to publish, a newsletter and to get it distributed and printed. So yeah, absolutely. But we definitely appreciate you, just giving us a quick piece of information and shedding some light on, what it's like to be a part of NPhA, not only in the past, but why it's important to be active within the association in the present. So with that being said, the theme for our convention is harvesting our history. So as we close out, could you just give us maybe your thoughts on hearing a conference theme of harvesting our history and why that's important for us to be able to recognize, where we came from as an organization and where it might take us into the future?
It's always important to know your history. If you don't know your history, then you don't know where you come from and you don't know where you need to go. As I said in the beginning, all of these great people, they were great individuals in their own rights, but they brought that greatness to NPhA. And I am a historian, so I love history. So I'm be willing to share what I know about the past history of the NPhA with the current officers and executive board.
Well, Mr. Earlie, I wanted to express my appreciation for you. Definitely looking forward to meeting you in person in the very near future. But with that being said, I wanted to thank you once again, and you all have a great day.
You're more than
Peace.
welcome, Ryan. Take care.
Absolutely.